Yeah.
He got so much fun.
I play like Necro and Alex. Mostly.
Alex is also fun.
Sometimes Laurel also.
Right now I play Dudley.
Oh, I always wanted to learn Dudley. I played Dudley in SF4 actually.
Yeah. My friend Mark he's like the only one that I know who's actually good at the game.
Yeah.
He plays Ibuki.
I fucking hate playing against Ibuki.
Ibuki's so cool. I don't know, man. Like I haven't played much against Ibuki, but like just watching her, she's like so fast.
Can you talk about how Yugo's fucking super hard too is like amazing. So if you can throw someone, then you just activate it and they take like half their health.
Yeah, Hugo's like dumb.
He's like the Ganondorf for Third Strike, where it's like, you know, if you fuck up in like the wrong way, then you're just like completely destroyed.
Hard, but he gets fucked by people.
Yeah, it's just like Ganondorf. You just gotta play lame and space him out or whatever, and you'll do fun.
Also, his start one does like 55% for any character. Spyro Reignited trilogy.
Oh, I've been wanting to play that actually. How's that going? Is it really sweet?
I was pretty off put by the motion blur on that.
Yeah, that's the one thing that kind of sucks, but they're kind of doing it to compensate for like the bad frame rate that can happen sometimes.
Can you like?
I'm not sure that's a very good excuse.
Not on consoles, probably.
Isn't Spyro like 30 years old? Why is there a bad frame rate?
Spyro's like 20.
I don't know. I mean, like, it depends on like how strong. If you have like the Xbox One versus the PS4 Pro, I'm sure it's probably fine. But like, the PS4 and the Xbox One
is that game on PC?
Not yet. I think it's intended to come on PC.
I hope it comes on PC. Soon.
I mean, it will eventually through emulation, but it's like, are they going to release it on PC?
Yeah, they're planning on releasing it on PC because they released the NC trilogy.
Yeah.
For Crash Bandicoot 2, so I would assume.
Yeah.
Spyro 2 and 3
I was more into Crash Bandicoot than Spyro as a kid.
I'm like 60% through Spyro 1 right now, and the Reignited trilogy.
I remember like one of my fondest memories I've ever had like playing video games as a child was like one day I woke up at 8 o'clock and my PlayStation 2 that I played Spyro 2 on didn't have a memory card on it. So every time I would like just start the game, it would reset back from square one. So like one Saturday I was just like, alright, I'm gonna get up at 8 o'clock, I'm gonna power through this shit. And I literally played nonstop from like 8 in the morning till 5 or 6 o'clock at night. I actually beat Spyro 2 in one sitting.
Oh my god.
It was stupid, but I didn't 100% it, of course. I can't imagine doing that.
Man, the chat's doing a better job of commenting the set than us.
Yeah.
He said more about the set than us. He said 2 words. Good kill. I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm sure it was a good kill.
Sure it was a good kill.
Oh my god, that Lucario is... I know it's Okami, but it looks good.
What am I looking at right now?
Okami is a great game.
I love Okami too.
I couldn't tell you.
Backer at 140 incoming.
Tinky Winky.
My roommate knows all the
What now?
Why?
The sun always creeped me out.
That is the worst Donkey Kong skin I've ever seen in my life.
Oh boy.
I hate it.
It's all expand on.
I hate it.
But
I only hate it because it's the Smash 4 mod.
you play Donkey Kong. Don't you like all of the funny expand Donkey Kong memes?
Maybe like 5 years ago. Wait.
But it's funny.
Is this guy better, right? Or I'm gonna have a fucking aneurysm.
Once I'm done with practice,
That's like a pretty big consequence for somebody being wrong about World of
Did you just
Warcraft
win that?
yeah.
on the
Okay,
internet.
Life is hard.
This guy was wrong on the internet, so I'm gonna fucking die.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
If you're wrong, you just die.
Well, this isn't even him dying; it's somebody else.
Oh, it's somebody else is dying?
It's like Sam would die because somebody was wrong about World of Warcraft
Holy
online.
cannoli.
It's actually a pretty dire situation right here.
When you think about it in retrospect.
Yeah.
Like how we had a tiny melee bracket.
It's because Vinny had like 7 different sets to play across 4 different games.
Because they sign up for 3 games.
Yeah. I'm doing my part. I'm only signing up for 1 game.
I signed up for 2.
Yeah, I feel like 2 is a good
Oh,
limit.
and 2 in both of them.
Oh, feels bad, man.
It's okay, because I don't play Smash, I just have fun.
Yeah, I like almost forgot to sign up, so that's how dedicated I am.
Yeah.
I was like,
It's
oh.
dedication.
Yeah, like my name is not up there on the board. I was just like, oh yeah, put me in.
Head eating up the player cam.
What if I can like...
I mean, Ryan is also sitting further back, so he is very much so hidden behind Wilson.
I like...
That was a crazy combo. That was actually a good combo.
What are you doing? Are you angling it? Are you zooming? Oh no.
I think I might have an aneurysm.
Oh no. Do not have an aneurysm. Did he lead you the wrong way?
I think
There we
it's
go.
wrong, but
That looks better.
I'll continue looking around.
It is Vinny the Blind's channel. So it's only fitting.
I hate when I get
This is a good stream.
We need to talk about the set.
Talk about the set.
Almost got him with the up throw up air.
This shit is so hard. I don't know if you probably never tried
Up
it.
throw up air?
On Jigglypuff.
On Jigglypuff? Oh, I'm sure it's fucking terrible.
There's like a few percents where it's easy, otherwise it's like...
Well, yeah, I mean, it's so floaty, you know.
You know, they can,
And also,
and like even if you do it perfectly, they can STI it.
Ryan is on port 4, which means he has an extra frame on just everything, which is so dumb.
I actually forgot that's how that works.
Yeah,
But it's like, there's also a disadvantage to port 4.
yeah.
I
There's
forget
like,
which one it is.
I don't remember.
There's certain things that, oh yeah, it's like you get like an extra frame, but you also can get comboed easier by certain things.
Yeah.
It's like such a minor thing though, it's like I just forget about it.
But still, how do you just like accidentally?
It's definitely like lazy programming, just like
Yeah.
like we can make it work this way, and there's nobody's ever gonna figure it out, so
Yeah.
it's like whatever.
Nobody's ever gonna notice, so like, you know, whatever.
Yeah. That's definitely just like
People aren't counting frames.
like put a band-aid on the issue.
Yeah.
I've like I do a little bit of game dev on the side like that before. It's just like
You're just like,
and then
this
then
is a quick
the
fix.
thing is it's usually almost never worth doing, 'cause usually you're like trying to implement something further in, and then because you were lazy earlier you have to do more work.
Yeah, no, that's exactly
So,
how
like, unless-
development is.
Yeah, so it's like goddamn,
I do
why was I
software
such a
development.
I was like, why was I such a fucking dumbass earlier?
We my last job, we have a bunch of really bad legacy code, but we don't want to touch it because if we touch it,
Everything.
it's so old
Yeah.
and decrepit, everything will just break.
I had the project I'm working on right now. I originally worked on it like before the summer, and then I came back to it for the semester. And I saw my old code, and I saw something that was like a global variable, and the comment next to it was, "This probably does nothing, but I don't want to delete it because I'm afraid that it's gonna break
Yeah,
everything if I get rid of it." And I'm like,
That's programming in a nutshell. Like,
so, and I deleted it, and nothing bad has happened in the past few months, so I don't
Well,
think it
that's-
actually did anything.
that's good.
And then I like Control F, and there was no reference to it, so like goodbye global.click. We'll miss you.
that's always a scary thing.
I mostly got rid of it because there's actually like things setting it, but there was nothing that did anything with it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It was like,
actually
yeah,
using
like
it
if
for
you were
any of the
clicking left, then
properties.
global click, then it would get set to 1. I'm like, I don't want to, like, it doesn't really matter, but I feel like I just, as a responsibility thing, I should get rid of this.
Yeah, no, definitely. You always gotta clean up your code.
Yeah.
If you don't keep your code clean, then you're just asking to have
get
massive
fucked.
file sizes and not knowing what everything does. Keep your code clean and make sure it's well documented.
Yeah, I've been trying to like comment my shit more. Like, even if it's just you and you're like, oh, I'm gonna remember this, like you won't always remember
Yeah,
it.
no, you
Like,
definitely.
and now that my code, like I'm approaching like 10,000 lines of code in this shit, so it's like I don't want to remember anything. I don't have to
wanna
remember. I don't want to have to remember anything.
I'll just write it down so that I
Yeah.
can look at it later.
It's like that's like the equivalent of like sometimes I have a really good idea at like 4 in the morning and I'm about to go to sleep, or like I'm like wake up and I'm like, oh, I remember this. You wake up in the morning, and I never remember that
No.
shit. So you gotta write it down.
Yeah.
That's not alright.
Starting off with a saucy up throw rest at like
Market is-
5%. I think that's as far as it goes.
There we go.
Perfect.
You can watch the game through the reflection in his eyes. See the Jigglypuff forwarder there, clearly a misclick. I wish that I had zoomed out to see that. I don't think there's like a way to see him. I think he's like completely
No, he is actually just
just
behind.
obscured. Oh no, I fucked it
Oh
up.
no, oh no.
There you go.
It's okay.
That's fine.
We're all good.
I was so rushed they forgot to remove the test characters. Jigglypuff. Just kidding. Game & Watch didn't actually get finished though.
Yeah.
Poor
Can
guy.
you like not L cancel half of his moves?
It's 2 of his moves. You can't.
Two?
That's half of his aerials, but. Okay, I think it's like.
I know you can't.
Nair is one of them, and I think.
Yeah, you can't do Nair, and I think up air. No, I think it's Nair, up air, and back air.
It might be 3. I don't know. Can't say. Give me what I need.
And also his shield is tiny.
Yeah, it's snare, bear, and up air. So I think you're right. If those were the 3 you said.
Yeah.
So like list of things that can and can't be L canceled. Can't be L canceled. Mr. Game & Watch is Nair. Mr. Game & Watch is Bear. Mr. Game & Watch is up air. Can be L canceled. Every other aerial from every other character. You should be able to L cancel grounded attacks. That'd be so cool. It'd be busted, but
Yeah, that would be.
it'd be like turbo mode.
Like, this is game 5.
Cause then like
No.
Fox up smash with shield is just completely safe.
Oh god, no.
Like Marth's F smash.
Wouldn't that
is
basically just be like being able to wave dash out of any move?
how so?
I
Like,
mean, I don't know.
It would only half the lag. It would
It would,
get rid
oh,
of it.
only half. Like, yeah.
Yeah, in 64, Z canceling gets rid of all of it,
Yeah.
but in this game it just halves it. So like a shitty high lag move will still have some lag, but
Right, but it's not gonna have nearly as much.
yeah.
And that would be really, really sick.
Yeah, Peach is the only character who, like, as far as I know, can like actually remove all their lag from her moves with float canceling.
Yeah. Float canceling.
And even then, you still have it still counts. It counts as like a regular
Yeah.
land, which is 4 frames,
Yep.
which is from what I've just been told, still a faster recovery time than the amount of time it takes for an input to be received in Smash 4.
Yeah.
Which I actually am not like I'm gonna have to look that shit up because like I feel like I would have heard that before. Put that shit on a poster. You got 5 viewers. Probably had like 1.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my lurkers. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh,
Never mind.
I mean, it worked out.
I mean, it worked out.
Like,
That was
why though?
why did you just
You didn't. I mean, you turn around and press up on the stick. You didn't even need. Actually, if you didn't want to, you could have just pressed right and
he
back air,
could've-
or
I think he pressed like
a third of his moves
smash.
kill there. Like, I think down tilt would kill too.
Yeah, no, down tilt definitely would have. Game 5, step 1. Vinny is in losers.
Let's go, Ryan. 'Cause I don't want to stay here for another set
Yeah, I want to go to Culver's and eat food
because
because I'm getting a headache from the lack of nourishment in my body.
Culver's really provides that nourishment.
It's better than nothing. All right.
Wow. That's also what they said about my number 9 page.
Huh?
That's what they said about my
Okay.
I feel like there's such a thing as wasted time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like at a certain poorness of quality, it's worse than nothing.
Do you think Mighty Number 9 crosses them?
I haven't played Mighty Number 9.
I have just heard that it's bad.
Yeah. I've heard that it was pretty staunchly mediocre. It's like a 5 out of 10, which I would consider not really worth your time.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Like, at that quality, it better be like, there better be something interesting about it, like you know, a good like shit play.
I wholeheartedly think that really bad games are always fun to play, but like they have to be like really bad.
Yeah, there have been some games that were like objectively not so great that I thought were really, really good plays. Like an example would be Deadly Premonition for me, which is like objectively speaking, it's probably like a 6 or a 7 at the very best. But it's one of my favorite games of all time, just because it has so much heart.
Yeah. Deadly Premonition, yeah, I love that game. It's so stupid sometimes, but
Yeah, Creator's got a new game out, The Missing, which I haven't played.
Did they also make Heavy Rain, or am I mixing
No,
them up?
you are mixing up Swery65 and David Cage. David Cage is
Fix camera. Spider-Man 2 is not fucking ass, alright?
yeah, like that's gonna
Get out
be-
of here.
That's gonna be another 2 seconds.
I'm gonna time you out for 5 seconds for that one.
We don't need to fix the camera. It's perfect.
Yeah, like I don't know.
It's on the action, alright?
Like here, let me fix it. No, he's right. Like just could be like a little bit higher up. There we go.
There you go.
That looks good.
Divine.
Are you like not sure where you are in like a current
Banned
level?
from what? The Spider-Man 2 haters chat? I don't care.
Spider-Man 2 is pretty good.
It's my favorite game of all time, man.
It's your favorite game of all time?
It is.
Damn.
I don't think it's the best game of all time, but it's my favorite.
Did you play Spider-Man for the PS4? No.
No, but
It controls like the web swinging very similarly to Spider-Man 2.
it just kind of, it looks like it just kind of does it for you. That's my only big like
It
gripe with
doesn't.
it. Well, like, okay, here's an example. In Spider-Man 2, when you when you want to land on a building, you have to like, it's like an actual platform that you have to land on. But in PS4, you can just like snap to it.
Oh yeah.
And then I've seen like a lot of, like in Spider-Man 2, if you're going down, right, you're going down and you're really close to the ground, and you swing to the left or right instead of forward, you'll just hit the ground because your angle is not good. In Spider-Man PS4, it just kind of like levels you and like snaps you to that position, instead of hitting the ground, you'll just like kind of hover for some reason. So like I feel like it's a little dumbed down just from what I've seen.
But like it's not like you're swinging on the air.
Yeah, there's a little bit of cloud swinging in it, but it's like it's pretty small and you have to kind of look for it.
Yeah.
Overall, I think it's a lot better than a lot of the other Spider-Man games.
Oh yeah. It also has like
From what I've seen.
a ton of work put into it.
Yeah, like it looks pretty.
It looks pretty. Like it feels more or less like New York in some ways. Song request? What?
Song request nothing.
Song request probably is off.
Yeah,
No,
we don't have a
I mean, it
Nightbot
should
tab.
work.
We don't have a Nightbot tab open, so it wouldn't play either way. Hello, Matt Skelly.
Yeah.
I don't know who you
PM
are.
is not going to finish, dude. At the rate which it's going, like,
Yeah, no, I think that.
help him aim.
Tell Vinny to see my nest.
Whoa! You need help, Andrew?
I feel like that'd be a little bit distracting to him right now. Best player in UWW? Thanks. I don't really consider myself a UWW player
You
though.
want me to carry a TV? No.
You know what's really fun?
See my master hands.
After not yet. And then there's the
I
RAM.
feel like Master Hand would suck because you could just time him out.
I feel like also Master Hand has a giant hitbox to him, so like you'd just be
He has like
cannon fodder.
he has like 4 frame 300 moves and that's it.
What about Crazy Hand?
Crazy Hand's probably better, but like not by much.
It's like a Mario and Dr. Mario kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Like, they're both like not the greatest, but like one is objectively better than the other one.
Yeah, Mario's a little bit better for sure. IMO.
I like Mario better than Dr. Mario.
I feel like Doc has like a couple matchups where his fair helps him, but otherwise I feel like Mario's better. Just because he can tech chase and shit.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit. Like, probably given the current state of like the melee metagame, like, I feel like that's a bit more.
Also, his there's like one of his tilts that doesn't suck dick that Doc's does. I forget which one.
Yeah. Like melee isn't a very like friendly game for like characters, like chunk characters. You know, if you've ever heard that term, where it's just like heavy damage in chunks.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I never played WoW, but I did play recently.
Then he also
Just arguably worse.
They both suck, dude.
Huh?
I think they both suck.
Yeah.
I think you're allowed to like them because sometimes, like, you know, the Skinner box gets you. I get it, but it's I don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
Like, I like Cookie Clicker. I don't think it's a very good game.
Like I sometimes have fun playing WoW, but I'm also like they like design these quests like so shittily actually. Like, it's a little interesting. Hey, Blizzard is good after craft or whatever. At least deceiving people to play their games more. I would say because of the current bracket standings and PM, I probably.
I have like one setup for PM.
You have two.
It's better than one.
It's also good when you don't have like people faffing about.
Sounds like nobody played their sets. It sounds like that's what happened.
That's the problem, right?
I feel like, yeah, you should be allowed. You should be allowed 2 brackets unless one of them is Smash 4, in which case you're allowed just Smash 4.
Or like if it's a side game, like 64 maybe.
The Smash 4 players just like never play their sets, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I mean, they also, like, 50% of the time turn on the projector for friendlies when they can use it 4 sets. And then they
Yeah.
can have 3 setups.
They'd have to. I'm sure they don't care about the lag, obviously. So it's
And like
whatever.
fewer entrants, and we still don't finish on time. Like they're trying to finish up early, and we can't finish.
Yeah, because PM was really big this week, and a bunch of people who were in PM also were in Smash 4.
There's a certain individual that historically has signed up for Melee several times and has spent like hours between actually playing his sets like really early on in our party.
Wizrobe?
Yeah, it was Wizrobe, right? I remember when he was here.
Sure is a projector.
It sure be.
It sure is what it be do.
Darn straight.
I just want to do one thing. I want to level up my locker.
You know, I think that a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup concrete mixer.
Jake realized that he should probably tell this to the person working at Culver's and